gente, ¿qué es lo que? Bienvenido nuevamente a mi canal de YouTube. Si es tu primera vez aquí, te doy la bienvenida. Yo me llamo Marshall Brown y en el video de hoy yo quiero hablarles acerca de la razón por la cual cuando ustedes están hablando en español con los nativos, ¿por qué te responden a ti en inglés? Si este video te interesa, por favor te invito a que te suscribas al canal primeramente y que le des like al video, que comenta allá abajo y que también comparta este video con una persona que también batalla con este problema, ¿me entiendes? Y sin más preámbulo, entremos al video. Okay, so a lot of people are wondering like, why am I out here speaking Spanish and everybody is responding to me in English? Like, what is going on? Déjame decirte, okay, la razón, the reason why they are responding to you in English is for two main reasons. There's two main reasons why, okay? Number one is because of your accent. They may hear you and you sound very gringo, and they're probably like, this man don't speak Spanish for real, this girl don't speak Spanish for real, like I can't really speak Spanish to them. Or the other reason is because they notice that you are not conjugating things in the right way. So instead of saying like, oh, yo estoy aprendiendo español, you're probably like, yo aprender español, or yo aprenda español, right? And they're like, okay. So that could be another reason. The third reason why they probably respond to you in English and not back in Spanish is because maybe they see you struggling so much to come up with, like, you're overthinking or you're thinking too much in English before you're speaking Spanish, and they don't want to speak. When they speak Spanish, they speak Spanish naturally, normal, so it comes off fast, it sounds, you know, whatever, and to you guys, they may not want to speak because they feel like, I'm gonna speak too fast, they're not gonna understand me, this conversation is pointless. So those are three main reasons why they are probably responding to you back in English instead of in Spanish. And let me give you guys some tips on how you can do that, so that way they stop doing it, so that way they stop responding to you in English and they respond to you en español. So number one, what you want to do is you want to try to change your accent. Now for some of us it may be difficult too, but you want to try to sound less gringo y hablar español así. No, mi gente. You want to try to pronounce the way, you know, pronunciar las palabras como se pronuncia, you know, like they're pronounced, you know. Instead of saying español, you say español, you know. Instead of saying yo no sabo, you say yo no sé, right? Instead of saying no puedo, you know, no puedo entenderte, you just say no puedo entenderte. No puedo entenderte, right? You change your pronunciation so where it sounds less gringo and more Spanish, right? More Spanish. So that's one way that I could say. Another way is to try to learn and memorize these phrases, so when you're out here speaking, I know that when you speak, the nerves come. You kind of just like, you get nervous, and then it's like everything you've learned, like se fue por la ventana, like it just went out the window, it's gone. But try to just keep doing it and keep memorizing and keep studying until you feel confident enough, so when you go out, you can be like, disculpe señora, ¿hablas español? Yo quiero practicar mi español con usted. Está bien, right? You can learn these phrases and they'll be like, oh, sí, claro, no hay problema con eso. ¿Cómo está? O sea, ¿cómo te aprendiste español? So they can start talking to you as such. Because I mean, hey, I know if somebody walked up to me and was like, Aura, yo quiero aprender español, puede practicar conmigo. I'm like, when you fix your pronunciation, entonces podemos practicar. Pero hasta entonces, no, mi amor. And it's not that, it's just that some people, you never know with whom you're encountering. You don't know if their patience are very thin, or if they're willing to practice with you, if they know you can't really speak and they're like, it's really hard for them to want to practice with you, knowing that like your pronunciation is not good, or you're overthinking it. You know, the worst thing to do is, you ever like wrote a speech or something, you know, you feel like you got it, and then you get in front of a class, you have to present it, and then you forget everything and it's awful, and you feel like crying, like tienes ganas de llorar. That's exactly how it is when you're speaking Spanish and everybody's looking at you like, okay. The person you're practicing with is like, okay, like, do you really speak Spanish or do you really not speak Spanish? Like, I'm a little confused here. So I would say make sure that that you're confident and comfortable in speaking, you know, memorizing phrases before you go out and practice, so that way they sense that confidence in you, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna practice español con ella because I can tell she's confident, or practicar español con él, I can tell he's confident. You see what I'm saying? So the more you practice, the more you memorize, the more you learn, the more confident you become, and the more times they speak to you back in Spanish instead of English. They only do that because they feel you are not comfortable in the language. I also want to say that from somebody who has been learning Spanish for over 10 years now, I remember when I first started, like when I was really young, I think I was like 9 or 10, and I first started speaking in public with natives. I remember they would always ask, how did you learn Spanish? ¿Cómo aprendiste español? Like, ¿cómo aprendiste español? And I'm like, dang, like they know I'm not a native. What am I doing wrong? So I would really sit and practice and like pronunciation and learn all these slang words and all these phrases that people use and whatever. And then it went from being, ¿cómo aprendiste español? How'd you learn Spanish? To, ¿de dónde tú eres? Where are you from? So I think that's a good compliment. If somebody asks you, where are you from? Instead of how'd you learn Spanish, they feel as if you're a native and you're from a Spanish-speaking country, or your family is from a Spanish-speaking country, and that's a compliment. Take that as a compliment. Take that as you speak like other Spanish people do. And so yeah, that's always been like a compliment for me. When somebody, instead of asking, oh, how'd you learn Spanish? Or, you know, they ask, where are you from? And a lot of times I'm like, you know, I'm from Texas. You know, I'm from Texas. And they're like, no, you're not. Like, okay, so where's your family from? From Texas. Okay, but like, where's their family? And, you know, so like they don't believe me because I speak Spanish so well. So you guys can get to that point as well with consistency and practicing a lot on that accent, and you know, speaking less gringo and more Spanish, and learning how to conjugate those verbs in the right tenses and stuff. And they're gonna think, you know, they're gonna think you're from a Spanish-speaking country. That is the best compliment I think I've gotten my whole Spanish journey, is where are you from, instead of ¿cómo aprendes español? ¿De dónde tú eres? En vez de ¿cómo te parece español? So I hope this video has helped you guys in a way for you guys to go and reflect and go, okay, that's true. I do that. I could change that up. Or, kind of, sort of. But even if I change my accent and I fix this, they still think I'm, you know, they still talk to me in English. And sometimes you have those people that just don't, they speak Spanish, but they only are willing to speak Spanish to people that don't speak English. If they know you speak English, they want to practice their English too. You know, English is their second language, most of them. And so they don't care for Spanish, they care for English. So as much as you care for Spanish as your second language, they care for English as theirs. And as much as you want to practice your Espanol, they want to practice their English. So sometimes you have to look at it from that perspective, or sometimes you just have those people who really just, no matter what, no matter how bad their English is, they are gonna speak to you in Spanish because they feel bad about their English. Like they feel like, oh, you're talking to me in Spanish because you feel like I can't speak English. Now I have to talk to you in English, no matter how bad my English is, to prove to you that I can speak English. So sometimes you have those people as well. And when you have those people, it's not you, it's them, okay? It ain't you, it's them. It's not your Espanol, it's their English, okay? So sometimes don't take everything very personal. Es algo que yo aprendí. No siempre cogerlo todo a pecho. Cogerlo a pecho. Coger algo a pecho is to take it personal. No tienes que cogerlo todo a pecho. ¿Me entiendes? And so, yeah. That's all I have today in this video. I hope that you guys, like I said, take away from some stuff from this video and that it helps you in some way, shape, or form. Espero que a ustedes les haya encantado muchísimo este video y que hayan aprendido algo nuevo. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below if any of this has ever happened to you, or how it used to happen to you, but you did some things, change it up, and now, you know, it's working for you, or whatever the case may be. I'm very interested to know down below in the comments. And share this video with somebody else who may be struggling with the exact same thing. I will be sure to see you guys in el próximo video. Okay guys, nos vemos, chao.